You don't need a CA degree to analyze and read a profit and loss statement. In this video, we will discuss how we can analyze it as well as read it. At the end of this video, I will show you a real example how we can read a profit and loss statement. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Abhishek. I am assistant IT manager based in New Delhi. In this channel, we discuss how we can find a company to invest our money and at, and how we can value it. So let's start today's video. The profit and loss statement is a statement where company write down all their revenue, expense as well as profit and loss for that particular financial year. In India, our financial year start from April till the end of March. So what are the main things we have to look in the profit and loss statement as well as how we can read it? In the starting, there is the main column called the revenue. In the revenue section, company will note down all the revenue from their business as well as other sources from where they have earned the revenue. In this section, there are two subsets. The first one is called revenue from the operation. Whatever their core business and whatever revenue they earn from that core business, it will write it down on the revenue from the operation. Let's suppose you are looking a profit and loss statement of a hotel company. Then they will write down all the revenue from room as well as their F&B sales like banquet sales, food and beverage. They will wrote it down it on the revenue from the operation. After that, there is one column called revenue from other incomes. It's mean apart from these revenue, these core business revenue, whatever they earn, it will write it down in this column. It's the real life example is like, let's take an example of hotel. If someone book a cab from that hotel and use it, and whatever revenue they will get from there, they will write it down here. These are like miscellaneous revenue like internet charges, when you stay in a hotel you pay it. All those things will be listed down as revenue from other income. After this, there is a section called expenses. In this section, they will write down all the expenses what they have done, they have spent in that particular year. It's like whatever they have for, let's suppose they have sold that room. Then for that particular room, they need some kind of towels, inventories, and the show. These kind of expenses they will list it down in the expenses column. So there are more categories. We will look at the end of video when we will discuss the real life example. After this, in this expense column, there will be salaries of their employee, and after this there will be a column called profit before tax. whatever profit company has made after removing all the expenses from the revenue, they will list it down here. But they haven't paid any tax on their revenue yet, on their not the revenue, on their profit. Now there will be a column called tax, where they will pay the tax to the government. After this, you will get the profit for that particular year. So this is the main items in the profit and loss statement. So there are three main things when you are analyzing a profit and loss statement. Let's suppose if you are analyzing a company and you have taken all the 10 years of that 10 years of profit and loss statement of that particular company. So what will happen, you have to look if they are able to generate profit in long run and how much that has increased. Then the second thing is, don't look profit for that profit growth in particular single years. Let's suppose something happened to a company, product or marketing, anything can happen, and that year their profit can be less than their previous year. It can be happen. That's how the real life business works. So whenever you are analyzing and looking at any profit and loss statement, you should measure the increment in 3 years. Let's suppose you are analyzing, the average should be 3 year. 3 year profit should be increased. Then another thing, in the profit and loss statement there are some columns like exceptional item and one time charge. You have to remove or add it as per their nature, because these are one time charge. It is not like their day-to-day business revenue or loss. If it is positive, you have to remove it from your profit and loss profit, and if it is negative, you should add it back. Let's look at the example how we are going to use it in real life. This is the profit and loss statement for AHL Limited, one of the luxurious hotel brand in India called Oberoi Group. In the profit and loss statement, we have to look few things, like always their revenue from operation should be 80 to 90% of their revenue, because if they are not able to generate business from their core business, they won't be able to sustain their business for long run. So why should we bother to invest further and spend our time to look that company? And always the finance cost, it shouldn't be way higher, because this cost is like they are paying interest on their loans, so it should be always less. Because when something like corona or some war, some bad thing happen in geopolitical situation or in business, they should be able to pay their loans. if they have lots of loan, they won't be able to pay their interest. So this should be always low. And the one thing which we were talking earlier, as exceptional item, or what we call one time charge, these are not the profit and loss from their particular business. These are like one time charge. Like, let's suppose, because they operate internationally also, so they have around paid or loss of 300 million rupees. So what we will do, we will take it and add it back to our revenue. Always do this thing, and you will be able to analyze a profit and loss statement very easily.